On this action-packed episode of UTR, we're back in Grand Rapids for a burger dive you'll dig, Italian food with heart, and beer brewed with soul. We'll even hit a market full of art and community. Get ready to explore the cool people, places, and things that make Grand Rapids a great place to be.
The Stall's Motors and Music experience features a collection of automated music machines, neon signs, gas pumps, and 150 years of automotive history. More info at stallsauto.com.
We've been around the world,
But there's one place we keep coming back to.
and the more we explore,
The more we realize.
it's the place to be. I'm Tom Dalton,
I'm Jim Edelman.
and this is Under the Radar Michigan. Now, when it comes to Grand Rapids, the only thing more plentiful than awesome Michigan-made craft beer, well, is great things to do.
Yep, this city's got flavor, flair, and enough funk to move your happy feet forward. Grand Rapids is known for both innovation and inspiration, from its thriving food scene and world-class art to its unwavering support of local entrepreneurs. So buckle up, loosen your belt, and bring copious amounts of curiosity, because we're diving into the delicious, the heartfelt, and the handmade in one of Michigan's most vibrant cities. Grand Rapids is located in the middle of the western Lower Mitten, just a few miles east of beautiful Lake Michigan. It's a city on the move, so get on the good foot and follow us for food, fun, and fantastic time-tested treats.
Now, first up, we're going to head southwest of Grand Rapids to Wyoming. Well, Wyoming, Michigan, that is.
For a bona fide place that serves up homemade food, bona fide beer, and a whole lot of community spirit. Yep, Two Guys Brewing isn't just a place to grab a pint, it's where flavor meets fun and kindness is always on tap. Picture mouth-watering dishes made from scratch, beer that deserves its own fan club, and a vibe that feels like a high five from your best friend. I met up with Tom and Amy Payne at the brewery to dive into their story, swap tasty tales, and let's be honest, enjoy some suds and homespun sustenance.
I walked in that front door, and within 2 minutes, there's an energy here, a positive energy in this building, and that's you guys. That's totally.
I'll tell you, it's easy to spot first-timers when they walk in the door, because they stop dead in their tracks and they look around. Well, one, they see
They're trying to figure out the beads.
what's up with the bees, but then you can see the smile start, and first time in, isn't it? Welcome to Two Guys. Yeah, we do things a little bit different here. You just found your spot. And then they're no longer first-timers, they're now regulars.
We've had people in the neighborhood say, "Oh, Two Guys, yeah, I should stop in sometime. I don't drink beer though." Well, we don't make you drink.
No, you can don't you do a pulled pork sandwich?
Yes.
That's what somebody told me. It's just like, come in and have some great food, have a great burger.
Hand-dredged chicken tenders that are amazing, hand-punched fries. So there's a lot of options here that aren't alcoholic, because that is the reality in today's world. A lot of people don't drink or just don't want to drink, and that's fine. We don't judge.
We've got way more things than just beer to keep people happy.
Well, when people are as passionate and sincere and honest and real as you guys are, the beer's going to be great, the food's going to be great, the atmosphere's going to be great, and like you said, people are going to leave happier than when they came in.
That's what we're shooting for.
And don't let it fool you. Half the people you talk to will tell you we're the greatest people they know.
The other half will tell you we're the worst.
You were the worst. They're both right.
We're not for everybody.
They're both right.
We're not for everybody, and that's okay.
We also won't be taken advantage of. I'm not going to let you walk on me. If you're a bad employee, you can't stay here. Right. If you're not kind to people, you can't stay here, guests or staff. We don't allow mistreatment of our staff. We don't allow mistreatment of our guests. We don't allow overzealous political talk in our establishment. We understand that revolutions start in pubs.
Not this one.
Your digestion's just not good if you got to talk politics and religion.
This is a break from reality.
So keep it chill. Let's talk about fun things.
Just the sense of community here is enough for me. Nowadays, with the world as crazy as it is,
It's nuts.
to be able to come in here and meet some genuine people who care,
Stop thinking about all the stuff that happens outside these four walls for just a short time.
and to know that
Regroup.
what you're eating and drinking is real.
It's real.
And it's pure and is
Honest.
sourced. It's sourced honestly and
Right on the
locally.
top of our menu. It's honest food since 2018.
I also like it-
and we have people. Oh, what's honest? I'm like, anyone in this building can tell you what's in everything that we make. We make it all, like all the sauces, all the everything. Like, should we grind fresh beef every day for our burgers?
We make the Korean sauce, we make the Thai sauce, we make the Thai sweet chili.
We make everything.
I also love your slogan. You promise you've never made a beer that you didn't drink. Or
Yeah. And we have had, I mean, we're a brewery, and when you make things from scratch, sometimes they don't come out right. We had a brown ale. We have a great brown ale, a Northern English dry brown ale. It's amazing. We call it trench warfare. And that darn thing, one time, we opened a can, and our daughter sensed it first. We took a sip, and she was like, it tastes off. So we all tasted it. We're like, yeah, we don't taste it. Well, 2 days later, these off flavors kind of expand. And we were like, oh. And immediately, the entire batch, cans get popped and dumped. Every barrel gets dumped. You just can't keep beer that doesn't taste right. That's not a service to our community, nor is it a service.
Well, and for us, beer-wise, is that we have not ever followed any trends. We brew traditional style beers. We make beer that tastes like beer.
yeah.
Long before it was legal, I was drinking beer and preferred to have stuff that tasted like beer. So you won't see the hazy and the New Englands and the milkshakes, and it's just not our wheelhouse. We make beer for guys to sit down,
Clean, clear beer.
and you can enjoy several because it's not taxing. It's just a clean, just a beer. And when it's not right,
Yeah.
it goes in the trash.
Goes in the trash. Just
I appreciate that because that's my philosophy on beer. I want a nice, clear, honest beer.
Well, and we brew around the whole spectrum, from ambers to IPAs to pale ales. We dabble a little, some Belgians every now and then, but we're like traditional, the beers we all grew up on. That's what we do.
Well, you may have to change the name to Three Guys.
Three Guys?
Because
You're in?
I may never leave.
Well, you're
Perfect.
still one of the guys. You're the other guy.
You're the other guy.
Well, I ate, responsibly drank, and savored the flavor of heart, hustle, and hometown pride. If you're looking for a genuine place where you can connect, share, and care about a great community, enjoy a frosty cold adult malted beverage and some next level food at Two Guys Brewing in Wyoming.
Now remember, that's Wyoming, Michigan. So if you start to see cowboys and cattle, you might want to turn around.
Next, we headed downtown to a place where the burgers are serious business, but the atmosphere is anything but. Stella's Lounge is where retro meets rock and roll. It's grown from a local dive bar into a nationally recognized burger and whiskey haven. In fact, GQ crowned their burger the best in America back in 2012. Not bad for a bar with PBR on tap and customer art on the walls. These days, they're keeping things fresh with smash burgers, vegan-friendly eats, and a cocktail program that's as creative as their arcade lineup. I met up with Anthony Kiscorny to talk about the bar's offbeat aura, award-winning burgers, and what keeps Stella's spirit alive.
Yeah, a lot of places claim to have mojo, but this place is going to give me the flashback I've been waiting 30 years to have. It is like you walked into a cartoon when you walk in here. Where'd the name Stella come from?
It actually came from the founder, Mark Sellers, his dog. His dog Stella's no longer with us, unfortunately, but the bar lives on.
Well, full disclosure, my wife and I walked in here 11 years ago. We were celebrating our anniversary. We stayed at the City Flats Hotel. We wandered over here, came in the back door, which is a trip in and of itself with all the skulls. I mean, it's dark, it's at night. Came in here, ended up in the back room, had some of the best food I've ever had. It turned into a party that the rest I don't remember, but it was an amazing evening. Where do you think the vibe comes from for this place?
One, it's the staff. It's part of the city. We've been here 15 years, so it's like an onion. You look through the entire building. There's staff that have left graffiti. There's artists that have painted murals, most of them local, and then people leave their own little touch here or there. They'll ask for a Sharpie, and you'll see them on the wall. They'll carve something into a table. So it's just a lot of history of Grand Rapids over the last 15 years now.
You guys have a punch here that you became famous for. How did that start?
Again, that too was part of Gary Boyd and Mark Sellers. That was kind of their idea. It's kind of a take on a tropical Long Island iced tea.
Is it a secret recipe or what?
It's a little bit close to the vest, yes, a little bit of a secret recipe, but it's nothing that's going to blow your socks off. It is pretty strong, but there's not any crazy ingredients in there.
Somebody told me you can only serve 2?
Yeah, it's on the stronger side. So we will, just like a Long Island, or if you're going to have 2 fingers of whiskey here, we're going to make sure that you can stumble still out of here. We have to be responsible.
But you guys, it's like, you'd come in here and think it's just burger and fries or whatever. It's just like one of those kickback, kind of funky, dive bar type places. But you guys also do vegan stuff too?
Yeah, we do. We do, there's quite a few items that are vegan. We try to make sure that we can serve everyone. We've been serving the vegan community since we opened. And that's really important to us. So that continues on in the menu.
And you've got arcade games here too that are totally retro.
Yeah, so we have a bunch of retro arcade games. Stella's has kind of morphed. We started out with a lot of pinball games and then went to retro arcade games, and now we kept some of those retro arcade games and brought more pinball back, and people are loving it. So.
Now, we talked about the food a little bit, but you've got an excellent drink menu, and you guys also, you're kind of like whiskey aficionados?
Yeah, so we've got over 250 different whiskeys on our bar. Yeah. On our back bar, and we want to encourage people to come in and try any of them. We can help you get into something that you really enjoy, get you kind of out of your comfort zone.
Whether you're here for the arcade games, you're here for a whiskey tasting, a flight of whiskey, or a great beverage, or the punch, or a hamburger, or just being in here makes you feel cool. I mean, I'm not the coolest guy in the world, but the fact that I came in here and I had a great night that night, and I left and I felt cooler when I left, it wore off when I woke up the next day, but after a couple of aspirin too. But yeah, I just love this place. It's all things to all people, and it's got that earthiness and that vibe that very few places have.
Good, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, once again, it was time for Tommy to stop talking and start enjoying the flavorful fruits of my lovable labor. So I beveraged up and burgered down in psychedelic Stella's style. And FYI, I had a great time. So whether you're here for a burger, a whiskey flight, or just to relive your 90s arcade glory days, Stella's Lounge in Grand Rapids is an original that keeps getting better and better and better.
Let me ask you something. Are you craving a slice of Italy with a dash of charm and a whole lot of heart? I know. Who isn't?
Well, loosen your official UTR utility belt because you're about to fill up. Yep, we're in Comstock Park, where pasta dreams and community love come to life in the most delicious way possible. At Amore, Trattoria, Italiana, Chef Jenna isn't just cooking, she's creating experiences with handmade pasta, big flavors, and even bigger passion. Her food is inspired by her travels and training in Italy, but her mission is all about Western Michigan, feeding the community, giving back, and serving love on every plate.
You have been on our short list way too long, and I apologize.
I'm thrilled that I was even on your list.
I've been following your career for probably 6 years now, and
wow.
you are one of the most amazing, decorated, loved chefs on the planet. I mean, everybody, I've never heard a bad thing about you. But no,
good.
I'm serious. But I want to get to your food and this restaurant and why this place really is a destination.
Yes.
For anybody that loves food, Italian food or not, if you love food, this is some place you got to go. But before we do that, I want to talk about you.
Okay.
Because you are such, everything from your look to who you are. I look like a guy who's looking for a look. You actually have a look.
I definitely have a brand.
Yeah,
sure.
no, but I mean, really quickly, because I know your story is long and fascinating, what's your first memory of food and how did you get into this business?
One of my first awesome memories of food was my grandma. She lived in Pennsylvania, and going to her home twice a year, we would go summer and winter for Christmas, was her making like 28 different kinds of cookies and giving them away at Christmas time. And the smell of her home when I walked in was just a specific odor of all the mix of cookies together. And it just brought so much joy. I'm getting chills just immediately when I would, and that memory never goes away, right? You always have the love after that for food. And it just grew and grew and grew. And I've been working at restaurants since I was 14.
And you're obviously doing the right thing. This restaurant's amazing. You serve it. It's authentic Italian. It's not Italian American.
No.
So you're not going to do spaghetti and meatballs?
Absolutely not.
Right, you're not going to do the typical stuff that you would expect.
And I always say there's no ranch dressing here because there's no ranches in Italy, only villas.
Yeah, villa dressing?
No, but it's wild. Like in the beginning when we first opened, we knew we had to make this place a destination because of our location. And we had people really angry that we didn't have spaghetti and meatballs on our menu, like angry.
I've seen your menu and I'm going to sample it soon.
Yes.
But it is authentic. I'm Italian enough to know that it's authentic. It's the real deal.
Yeah, and what's wrong with teaching people what it really is like to, if you've never been to Italy, what it is like to eat there. And also if you've been to Italy, feel like you're coming here and remembering your beautiful trip to Italy because you're eating similar food. Which
again, I admire you for that because you have reached the celebrity point where you wouldn't have to be here. You've been on national cooking shows. You went, like I said, I'm nervous talking to you because you're such, but you're here and you're still, your hands on, you're back there making the magic happen.
Yeah, and then I come out and make sure you're having a great time. I mean, table stops are one of my favorite things to do. So I'm touching tables when I'm here, trying to make connections, hoping to meet new people. I have a nonprofit called Food Hugs, and tonight you're going to get to see some of that magic happen too.
I was going to talk about that as well because you do so much for the community.
Yeah, I have a nonprofit.
You have a nonprofit. Yeah. You do Food Hugs. I mean, talk a little bit about that because that's another reason that your heart is this big.
It is. So I never get up before noon, but this morning I did 2 Food Hug luncheons. One was for a playground GR, and they're a local nonprofit, which I love to work with other nonprofits because we all have hearts, right, for the community. And it's a day camp for kids. And so we fed them lunch, and then I fed Safe Haven, which takes care of people that I believe were in and out of, issues with mental health or jail or, addiction. So we fed the staff so they could feel loved on because they're doing so much for the community too. So, and then this evening we're doing, I think, 5 food hugs, which are actually a insulated bag filled with a half pan of our lasagna, a salad, assorted desserts, homemade bread, and then on Tuesdays I make flower bouquets, and we give them a bouquet of my flowers and a blanket that a 90-year-old woman in the UP makes for us to give.
I'm gonna cry. It's like you are the person everybody says you are, and your food and the atmosphere here. It's so Italy.
It's cozy.
Oh, and
it's a trattoria, so it's not fancy. It's family owned.
Right.
So you can come as you are. I tell people all the time, I'm like, you want to wear shorts and flip-flops? Go ahead. You want to dress up? Do that too. You just do whatever you want, and we'll feed you.
And you're a hugger, right?
I'm a big hugger.
Bring it in.
I love hugs. Oh, and my pink car too. You probably saw her out there.
I saw your pink car. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was time to unleash my inner Amore, channel Dean Martin, and mangiare my meal. And I have to say, because it's true, my dinner was just as awesome and generous as Jenna. If you want a meal with soul, a chef with heart, and food that hugs you from the inside, Amore Trattoria Italiana is a portal to perfezione.
Now for our final stop, we're at Studio Park, a pocket project in Grand Rapids where you can live, work, eat, stay, play, and even watch a movie. Bonus.
And tucked right in the heart of it all is Arts Marketplace, a a nonprofit on a mission. And the mission is to give local entrepreneurs, artists, and makers a chance to sell their goods in a shared retail space with no need for their own brick and mortar. That way they can build their brand and grow at their own pace. I checked in with Executive Director Molly Ketchum to find out how Arts Marketplace is helping spark innovation in Grand Rapids.
Now, Arts Marketplace,
Yes.
love places like this. I always say if you want to really get to know a local community and get the vibe or the feel for, is connect with local artists, restaurants, and this is a place where you can totally connect with Grand Rapids.
You can. We're a nonprofit and we really try to focus on local entrepreneurs and artists and get them the start that maybe they need to start their own business and have a retail space in downtown Grand Rapids, because it's really daunting and sometimes there's a lot of barriers in place that artists can't take that next step. And so we want to help them launch in any way that they need, really. We don't want to pick it for them, what do they need, how can we help them, and then they can exist here.
Well, it's a great concept because you can develop your art, develop your brand, develop whatever it is in a safe place where other people are doing it too.
Yes.
And like you said, I mean, a brick and mortar, it is so expensive rents are so expensive, buildings are so expensive.
Yeah.
So to give somebody a chance to get off their feet and test the waters with their creativity, with their whatever, I mean, kudos. It's awesome what you guys are doing.
Thank you so much. I mean, a lot of credit to our board that started this 5 years ago, this nonprofit in here specifically. They really put a lot of heart and soul into it, but really it is based on community. They love the Grand Rapids community. We love the artist community. And so they're all in here together. They can host events in here together for free. They can work together. They have book clubs in here and they have candle making classes. So it's been really fun to see them come together and see what new business concepts they can create out of just being in this space and in community together.
It's so cool because it's like its own mini little city.
It is.
I mean,
yes.
Restaurants, places to live, places to work, places to play, watch movies. I mean, places like this so you can buy, art from local artists. It's just a great concept.
Yes, there's even a concert venue in here.
Really?
Yes.
I'll start a band.
You should.
Well, this whole little district here from Division, I guess, west down this way,
Yeah.
has always been like an artsy kind of a district. I love artists who find
Yeah.
old parts of towns and they revitalize them, they bring them back, they bring life to them, creativity.
Same.
From the murals to the restaurants it's like they're little market makers. And now you can live in this area. All these developments have happened where you can have an apartment here, you can have a condo here, you can live in this space. So yeah, it's changed the whole landscape of this area.
It has. And not only do we feature art in terms of a local bookseller that curates her collection or carved wood or a leather maker, but we also try to host a gallery wall that incorporates fine art in our city and gets artists a launch point so that they can come in here, host a reception, learn what it's like to have an event, be featured for 3 months. And we really try to make sure that the proceeds go back to them so that they have a starting point. And then we connect them with local galleries to get consultations on how to grow their art and continue.
So are there any success stories that you can share with us?
Yeah, we have a couple success stories that we're pretty proud of at the Arts Marketplace. Last Mile Cafe opened their own brick and mortar in the city, so you should go check that out sometime. And he's also on the school board within the city, and he does a lot of other really good work, so we're really proud. And then even just within here, we have Books in the City, and she started as a single bookshelf, and over a few years she's grown and grown, and now she's an entire corner and she's on the brink of owning her own bookstore in the city. And so we're just really excited and we're so proud to be a part of her journey and her story.
I have a paperclip collection. Would you mind displaying that here?
I would love to, actually. I'm going to give you a cube, front center.
This big?
Yes, exactly, that big, this big.
This place is so much more than just a store. It's a launch pad for these folks. So if you're in Grand Rapids, swing by Arts Marketplace, support some local makers, and buy the next big thing while it's still relatively small. And if you're looking for a big city that celebrates life and all that's great about Michigan, give Grand Rapids a try. There's a reason we come back here season after season after season.
Uh-oh, here comes a car. Now, when it comes to Grand Rapids, the only thing more plentiful than Michigan-made, no, sorry. Oh, you're kidding. Now, for our final stop, we're at, what is it, Studio Park, okay. There goes a big truck. Okay. Are you craving a slice of Italy with a dash of heart? No, I'm sorry. Now, first up, we're going to head southwest of Detroit to Wyoming, or Detroit.
This is really good. You guys started filming now?
The stall's Motors and Music experience features a collection of automated music machines, neon signs, gas pumps, and 150 years of automotive history. More info at stallsauto.com.